I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at the Samick Discovery bow. It's a hunting recurve bow with international fitting limbs. Now the first thing you're going to ask is, why am I selling Samick? Because if you've watched my videos, you're going to know that I stopped selling Samick many years ago. It's because I had an arrangement with Samick that I'll be the Australian distributor for Samick. So basically I brought lots of Samicks and hopefully I'll be able to sell them. So let's have a look at the bow. So the first thing you're going to say is you're going to have a biased view. So see what you think of the review. I don't know, I haven't shot this bow, so I don't even know what my review is going to be. So this is the riser. It's a machined riser, CNC machined, with international fittings. So you can change the position here, left and right on the limbs. It's a push and pull system. You can adjust the poundage of the limb by winding it up or down. Locking screw on the back, you loosen that off, and then you wind this up or down like a compound bow. You've got a stabilizer position there. Plunger button goes at the back. If you're using a wrap-on arrow rest, it would bolt on the front. Sights bolt on here. This is a 17-inch riser with a wood grip. Now you'll notice some marks just there on the grip, and on the back around the edges you'll see it's a little bit rough. Does it take away from the look of the bow? Not really. I think it's quite nice looking. The grip is very, very comfortable. You can see my knuckles are in the correct position straight off, 45 degrees. Now with the riser, you'll see it's curved for shooting off the shelf of the riser. Now the issue is here it's flat. It's flat for shooting with a plunger button. So if you want to shoot this bow off the shelf, you're going to have to pad out this here, or you're going to shoot a stick on arrow rest. So bear that in mind. Other bows have a plate which bolts on to the riser here for shooting off the shelf, and that's what I think the Discovery should have come with. I was just checking to make sure it didn't. Now the bag it comes with is nicely padded. This riser sells for 300 Australian dollars. It comes in 4 colours. This is the muddy oak. I'd call it brown, but they call it muddy oak. It comes in a forest green, which is like a dark green. It comes in a golden sand, which is a yellow, and it comes in a matte black. Let's have a look at the yellow. Now if you're going to fit normal international fitting limbs on this bow instead of fitting the Discovery limbs, bear in mind that's going to increase the poundage of the bow. So this is the golden sand. It's not a bad looking colour. $300 for this riser. I don't think it's too badly priced. I think it's right where it needs to be. I would like a plate to push that riser out to shoot off the shelf. Now the Discovery limbs are a carbon based limb. They come in 2 sizes, a 60 and a 62-inch bow. Now that's personal preference of what you prefer. With a longer inch bow, with a longer axle bow, you're working the limbs less and creating less finger pinch. Some people prefer shorter because it's a shorter brace height, slightly increased speed, and more maneuverable for hunting. This bow is more likely to be a shot bare bow, although it does have the option for sights. So this is the limbs here. These limbs retail at around $200 Australian. And let's have a look at the quality of this limb. Now I can't remember if this limb is a foam core or a wood core, so please look that up. It's nicely finished. It's definitely carbon on the outside. I remember that. I can't remember if it's a serial number there. I can't remember if it's a wood core or a foam core. Limb tips, they're nicely finished off. There's no rough edges. $200 the replacement limbs cost. So if you want to go up in poundage, just buy yourself a new set of limbs. Now these limbs you can fit on your normal like T-bows, Win & Win, Black Wolves, any of the international fitting hunting bows, you can fit these limbs to, and they're $200, so not too badly priced. Is there cheaper international fitting limbs? Yes there is, by Junxing Archery, but they're not carbon. These are carbon, and at $200 carbon limbs, that's pretty affordable, very cheap. So let's put this bow together. shoot some arrows and see what it feels like. And there's the graphics on the back. It looks nice. Matte black for hunting, quite nice. I'd probably prefer this bow to come in a camo option as well, but I think the three colors they have for hunting is quite nice. International fitting limbs are good because they just clip in, nice and quick for hunting, nice and quick for in a backpack. So let's build this bow and let's... Now with some international fitting limbs, you'll see they're really hard to get apart, and you've seen me struggle getting international fitting limbs apart. Look at this. How good is that fitting? That is awesome. Some of the international fitting limbs that I use on recurves, you really struggle to get them out and get them in until the limbs are worked in. This is like so easy. It looks good too. I think that's a nice looking... I think it's a nice looking bow. I think it looks... That there looks nice to me. Feels good. I'm excited to have a shot. Okay, so the Discovery bow comes in two limbs. One's called the R1, which is a carbon wood core, and the R3 is a foam carbon limb. So I chose to stock the carbon foam limb because I figured the carbon's a little bit quicker. So they're both carbon. One's got a wood core and one's got a foam core. The foam core is less likely to twist, so I'm less likely to have problems with it. And I think it was a similar sort of price point. I think there was $50 price point difference, and I figured $450 versus $500, you're going to go carbon foam any day of the week, and at $200 it's not a bad price limb. So that's what I went for. Now this bow is a 60-inch bow at 45 pounds. So 60-inch is going to stack a little bit more than a 62 because you're working the limbs more. So let's just try drawing this bow back. So it's going to start off fairly strong here. It's building. Now this is 28.5 just there. Now about here at around 30, it's really starting to stack up, but it's a smooth draw right the way back to 28.5. Now as you're getting back towards 30, it's really building. So if you've got a 30-inch draw length, you really need to go for the 62. But this bow feels really comfortable. The grip feels nice, the draw feels nice and smooth. Now, is it as smooth as my $1,000 limbs that I normally shoot? It's not bad, but at the longer draw length, I'm going to say no, it's not. So a 68-inch bow with $1,000 limbs at the longer draw length, 30 inches, is definitely smoother. This stacks more, but at the shorter draw length, this is pretty comfortable. Now, I fitted the bow with, this is Jack Spink's string. Jack is a local archer. When I say local, he's an Australian bow hunter, target archer. Jack literally he's brought a whole bunch of bows from me. He used to shoot target, he used to shoot bow hunting, now he's shooting traditional. He makes these strings. These are a Flemish twist string. Now with a Flemish twist string, you can see there's no serving around the end, so you will probably get more wear here, but it's more traditional. He serves here with a monofilament, which will wear less. His strings sell for about $35 in Australia. They're a nice quality string, they look good, they're nicely finished. I just thought this is traditional. Now the rest I fitted to this bow. I fitted a nap center flipper because I thought, well, screw on rest, nice and simple. Now I'm finding the center shot is out a little bit too far with the nap center rest. So if I was going to do it again, I just stick a normal stick on hunting rest on, and that would be fine. You could shoot a plunger if you wanted to, but I reckon just shoot a straight stick on rest or pad it out and shoot off the shelf. So let's have a shot, see how it feels. Now I'm shooting without sights. I like the feel of the bow. I haven't shot this bow, so it might make a twang for the first time, because it generally makes a twang the first time you shoot a bow because things all settle in. So let's see how it feels. So right here, it's all comfortable. That went dead center. It literally did go dead center. The bow felt fantastic to shoot. I didn't really, there was a, okay, that was the, I didn't tighten the rest. Actually, I think it's a limb bolt down here which needs to be tightened. But it felt really smooth. There was no vibration afterwards. It felt solid in the draw. It felt quick. Feels really good. That one didn't go in the center. First one did. That one didn't. Look, this bow feels great. If you can get to have a shot with a bow. Now let's compare this to other bows that I've shot. Let's compare it to the Black Wolf from Win and Win. The Black Wolf has carbon limbs with a wood core. This has got carbon limbs with a foam core. I'm going to say the Black Wolf is a smoother draw than this bow and doesn't stack as much. But I'm going to say this one builds up quicker at the start. So I'm going to say this is going to be faster than the Black Wolf. And I'd like to do a head-to-head with the Black Wolf on this. I'm going to say the grip feels very similar to the Black Wolf. In fact, the overall bow, I think the Black Wolf has a 17-inch riser too. Overall, the bow feels pretty similar. The Black Wolf sells for about 1,000. This is about 500. The Black Wolf is a nice hunting bow. It's all carbon. It's pretty. But to me, this is a rugged hunting bow. This is nice. Now, the other bows I've shot, the T-bow, international fitting limbs, black handle, wood grip. I think it sells for about 450. It's fiberglass limbs with a wood core. I'm going to say this is a little bit. I'm going to say limbs on this are better. This bow is lighter than the Black Wolf, than the T-bow. I like shooting the T-bow. I like shooting that bow. This is really nice to shoot though. It's a very comfortable bow to shoot. As far as bows to compare it to, do I prefer this over the T-bow? Maybe I do. Maybe the limbs are a bit better. I think I like it because it's a little bit lighter. Now the T-bow does have the plate to allow you to shoot straight off the rest. It bolts straight on, which is really a nice feature. But this, it's just a nice, it's a nice rugged looking. It's a really nice rugged feeling bow. I'm going to say it's quieter than the Black Wolf. Besides that bolt there, which is loose. Now it comes with Allen keys. So I'm going to say this is quieter than the Black Wolf. Now why is it quieter than the Black Wolf? I think it's quieter because I think it builds up quicker at the end, so there's less give in the limbs at the end of the draw cycle. That's my gut feeling. I think it's a bit quieter than the T-bow. Yeah, that was loose. Yeah. I'll just shoot a shot so you can hear it without that. Yeah, that is. It feels nice. There's no vibration. I've got no silencers on here. Now the other thing you'll notice is I haven't got an arm guard on, and I'm not whacking my arm. And one thing I've noticed with different recurves, some recurves I whack my arm and some I don't. With this one, I'm not hitting my arm. So I think it's got to do with the grip position. I know with my Win and Win I'm shooting now for tournament archery, the TFT, I actually hit my arm. With the PSC X Appeal that I used to shoot, I didn't hit my arm, which was the reason why I started shooting the X Appeal. But this one I didn't hit my arm, so really like it. The Samick Discovery, check out your local archery shop. Retails about $500. Just put a stick on arrow rest and go shoot this thing. This is a little awesome bow. Cool colors, looks tough, affordable. What else do you want? I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. The more you shoot, the better you'll shoot. Especially the recurve, you need to build up those muscles in the back to hold it and become stronger and get a better release. But this is an awesome little hunting bow from Samick. Now they do have other cheaper bows. This is purely made in Korea. I do not have the Samick stuff out of China yet. Samick has 2 factories, one in China and one in Korea. This is a Korean product, so made in the Korean factory, not the Chinese factory. So, but the machining is top notch. Very, very happy with that. So, and thanks for watching. Bye.